Welcome, welcome. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Ball Talk with Kim, smoothing out the truth with hope for another awesome segment. I have a very special guest with me again today, as always. Her name is Miss Amari Hicks, and we'll get into what she do. But
Yes,
before I
yes.
first get into that, I like to always encourage and motivate people. So I have a quote today. It says, "Don't be afraid to be bold. You don't have to say a word, just step out of your shadow with confidence." And this segment today is definitely that. So today, we're gonna go over a few things, but I want before I get into that, I want to go into my guest. I don't want to take up too much of that time. So welcome, Miss Amari.
Hi, hi,
Welcome, welcome.
hi.
So, Miss Amari, you are. I'm just not gonna even give an introduction. I'm gonna let her tell you about what she does. So, where are you from, first of all?
Well, I was born and raised. I was raised all the way through in Cedar Hill till about probably till I graduated high school, and then me and my mom recently moved into Lancaster.
And that's in for those that don't know, that's listening.
Yes,
Where is
yes.
Cedar Hill in Lancaster?
Cedar Hill and Lancaster is right in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Right. Just right at the top. Just right at the top of Texas.
You a Texas girl.
I'm a Texas
You
girl.
all the way country
Look,
girl.
look, look, look,
Country.
look, country, look, country,
Just
look,
look.
country.
I can't
Look.
say Texas girl. 'Cause I I'm country.
Just a little, just a
I'm
little bit.
country. I know y'all can hear all that. I'm country.
I'm
Uh,
like
uh.
I'm like bougie and
Oh,
country.
you bougie?
Can you be both? I
Can I
think
be?
you can be both.
I could be both. I could be
I
bougie.
think you can be
You
both.
think I got a little bougie in me?
I think
Oh,
so. I
girl, look,
think so.
child. You know what? That's all right. I go with it. I go with it. I go with it. So, just tell me, outside of being born in Texas, what do you do? What do you do? Like, who is Mari? How did you grow up?
So who is Mari? Oh geez, I got like levels of Mari.
Uh-oh. Split
So
personality, Mari.
no, not just Imari has developed.
Okay.
Let's just
Okay.
say that. So like with me growing up, like my mom is a sports person. My mom did what she do? She did track, she did cross country, basketball, volleyball, all that good stuff, all that
Mm-hmm.
good sports stuff. And so, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna have a daughter. I want her to be like me. Little did she know,
You were
Imari did
coming.
not want to do sports. So, like she tried to get me in basketball, tried to get me in volleyball, and it was okay.
It was
But
okay.
quickly learned that Imari does not do sports.
Right.
Imari doesn't run.
You don't run. Oh, she
Imari
wanted you
doesn't
to do
run.
sports from a standpoint of running. She
Hmm.
want that track that she's a runner.
Hmm.
She's a track star. She want
Yeah,
that.
yeah, she
That.
wanted that.
But
Imari doesn't run.
that's that bougie side that came out. I don't do that. I ain't
Mm-mm,
sweating.
mm-mm.
That ain't what I do, girl. You better find somebody else to do that.
Exactly. So I
Find you
mean,
another daughter.
yes, but it's okay because you got my brothers.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they replaced that for me.
Okay. So how many brothers you have?
I have two brothers.
You have
I
two
have two
brothers.
younger brothers.
Two.
One just turned 19,
Okay.
and then the other one is 15.
Okay. Well,
Yes,
okay. I know this is like a stab at it, but how old are you?
I am 20.
You're 20 years
I'm
old.
20. I'll be 21 soon.
Oh, all right. 21. Oh, you're getting ready to be real full grown legal.
Yes.
Any plans?
As far as no, I kind of just want to get away, just take like a nice little calm, relaxing trip.
Okay.
That's on my
But
agenda.
you're 20 though. Why would you want to relax? That you're gonna turn 21. So what's the
I,
relax thing for?
I
What's that
don't.
about?
It's just I don't know. My life be feeling so like. Well, one, I'm always very busy because
Okay.
like since I didn't do sports, so I was a dancer. I think probably like when I turned 11 up
Mhm.
until the ending of high school. Because once the whole pandemic broke out, I got lazy, girl. I got lazy.
Mhm.
I stopped dancing for a minute. So with the dancing being on pause right now, I started getting to photography,
Okay.
and that's where kind of like the whole branch just grew with me doing photography. I was like, I was like, Papa, I want to start taking pictures. He was
Mhm.
like, okay, I want to get you a camera. I was like, I wasn't trying to like be all that with pictures, but okay, cool. So, he
Okay.
got me a camera, and I just started taking pictures with most of my teammates because I was on a team with like 40 girls.
Okay.
So it was
And
like,
that's
hey
why you're
y'all.
still in high school.
Yes, this is
Okay.
why I'm still in
Okay.
high school. And I was like, hey y'all, I got a new camera. Let's go somewhere and take pictures. And I was like, okay, cool. I like taking pictures. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
So started taking pictures with them, and then people were liking my pictures, and it was like, oh, how much do you charge? I was like,
Charge? Like what? What? Wait, who?
charge.
What we do
I said,
that
I'll get back to you on that. So
at?
then that's when the whole photography, not only was it a hobby, it became like kind of at the time became like a hustle for me.
Okay.
And then pushing back, middle school, I was a part of this Radiant Girl program, lovely program. It just taught you like how to be true to yourself, know that you are beautiful, know
That's
your
good.
worth. You are a diamond, not a piece of gum.
All
And
right now.
don't let people step on you. And so
Absolutely.
with that falling into Trey, and then I also had like just moments where I felt like I wasn't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So after I gained that confidence, I was like, you know what? I see top modeling companies to where it's like you have to be this skinny, you have to be this size, you have to be this tall. And there were girls that I knew that wanted to be models, but they couldn't
Couldn't because
because of
they
the
didn't meet the
requirements.
requirements. Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I said, not only can I make money from photography, I can change the game for the girls that feel like they're not worth it or not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when the whole inspiring models began. And
Okay.
it was just like, okay, so we have inspiring models. We're encouraging girls. Our whole the whole model is be inspiring, inspire others. It's a
Mm-hmm.
different breed of models.
Okay.
So that is where all that portrayed. And with doing that, I am also helping me gain the confidence back that I once didn't have, and I am
Wow.
ensuring it into them. So
Okay.
it's an
Behind the
amazing
lens,
thing. It's an
more
amazing
so
thing.
behind the camera. You
Yeah.
are pushed, you're behind the camera. It's kind of interesting because you have this when people see you or they reach out to you, don't know that, hey, I struggle too.
Yes.
Little
Yes.
do you
Yes.
know, when I hide my face behind this camera, I see me in you because you're on the other side of the camera.
Yes.
And that's amazing that people don't know that, like, I have a fear too, but
Yeah.
you're helping me by being that bold to be on this side of that camera.
Mhm.
So that's amazing. So with that, doing the camera, how does the speaking part comes into play? I mean, being shy, the last thing you want to do, at least with a camera, you ain't got to talk, but okay, move, turn, give direction.
Yes.
But
Yes.
how did speaking become a part of
So,
your?
oh my gosh. So I guess really, once I had that downfall, I think it happened like around ninth grade year of high school. I
Mhm.
had that downfall to where people would like talk belittle me or make me feel like I just wasn't enough, or like just like
Right.
Mari just thinks she's all that and she's not capable of what she's doing.
Wow.
Yes. So that like broke me down for probably like ninth grade through 10th grade year. And then being a part of that Radiant Girl program to remind me that I am those things and I'm much more than what people
Hmm.
say.
Hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I can also share that with other girls. I can share that with girls my age.
Right.
And
You paying it forward, basically.
yes, so like the talking just kind of came with it. And I would make short videos. I actually started, the first thing I did, I have like I have so many friends on Snapchat, and
Hmm.
most of them are females. There's probably like 200 females on Snapchat. So what I
Wow.
would do, what I did every month, I would send a little flyer that said, it's Wednesday, it's Women's Crush. Everyone send their picture or their favorite video,
Hmm.
and every girl would do that. So like my
Wow.
phone is just blowing, 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 blowing up with everyone's pictures and everyone's videos.
Mhm.
And what I would do, I would put all their videos together and we'll just put like a song over it, like probably like Beyonce, like Pretty Hurts,
Mhm.
and we'll post that on Instagram. And the girls was like, you know what, like I really needed that. And you would just
Awesome.
see everybody different features, different colors, different shapes and sizes.
So your mind is already in that photography mode,
My
even
mind
though
was
you,
already my mind was
yeah,
already there.
yeah.
And then I think it was my junior year. I got invited to speak at the Radiant Girl Luncheon, and
Hmm.
I was the first student speaker to do that.
Oh
So that was
wow.
like really big for me. And I talked about how being feeling like you're less, but also knowing that your imperfections are your perfections.
Hmm.
Because nobody's
Yeah,
perfect.
imperfectly
No,
perfect.
like
Yeah,
nobody's perfect. And people,
yeah.
the world, the society would try to treat, especially us women, us girls. Society would try to treat you like you have to look like this in order to be beautiful, in order to be gorgeous.
And
And I'm just
even with
like,
success as well,
even with
because that
success.
they put a face on success. If you don't have the body like Beyonce or these
Yes.
people, you can't be successful in this genre or in this era of
Hmm.
either, whether it's music or photo, whatever it is.
Yes.
How do you, with that, as far as your um as far as your like your talent as far as photography and the
Mhm.
speaking, the one thing that I've learned the most, just getting to know you and knowing you over the years. So I've been knowing you for a while. So a lot of people don't know, but it's just something about just being young. And I can tell you, me being a little older,
Mhm.
like a mama,
Mhm.
there's that I learned from you as well. So, and it's like, man, this she has no filter. She's very bold and confident with what she does. You know, you're it says it in your name, Amari, intelligent, motivating, adaptable, romantic. You're imaginative. You're very creative,
Very,
imaginative
very.
rather, very, very creative. So that's just something that I pick up on, and your name says it all. I got to give it to your mom and dad. Look, my baby mama, my baby dad. That's my baby mama, my baby daddy, because she's really an awesome, awesome kid. But I brought you here today because I wanted to express to people, it doesn't matter how old you are or even how young you are. Stay ready. Whatever it is that you dream about, what you think about, just stay ready. Because that day, that one moment will come that will change your life, and someone asks you, hey, you do pictures, or do you know anybody that do this, or can
Mhm.
you come and speak at this so and so? I saw you do this, and I wanted to know if it was okay if you can come and speak at my event. And you just never know, that one defining moment, that one word that you say to someone, or that encourage that young girl. It's like, hey, let me take a picture with you.
Right.
That could be that defining moment for her or even guy, to encourage them that, hey, I can do this.
Mhm.
So tell me a little bit more about your modeling,
So
inspired models.
so let me start with the name, because the name is what really I didn't because not putting any other photographers down, but I didn't want the shots by Imari, pictures by Imari, or Imari the photographer. I didn't want what I do in my name. Like
Okay.
I wanted something different. I wanted something that basically you see that and like that's Imari. Like you
Mm-hmm.
just know automatically.
Mm-hmm.
So with my name being Inspiring Imari, because I do motivate, I do help girls make sure that they know that everything about you is fine just the way you are. You are beautiful, you are gorgeous, you are worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I need something that not only defines me, but also defines my upcoming company.
Okay.
So that is where inspiring e-models came from. Because it was
Okay.
like, okay, so now because the whole definition, the whole background behind inspiring models is for girls to feel like they are worth it and to know that they are beautiful in front of a camera. Like you don't have to pretend to be somebody. Because the one
Wow.
thing I always tell my models, hey, if you guys want to come bareface, you can come bareface. I don't need full face makeup. I don't need because
Just want them natural.
I have one model who comes bareface at every photo shoot, and I love her because
Okay.
she
So you
just.
actually employ models as well. Awesome. So you actually have
I
models
have
that you
models.
employ. Wow, this little young entrepreneur, man. She just making moves. She just make it happen.
Yeah, I
So
have I have models. I do auditions every May.
okay.
And I think we've been doing Inspiring Models has been around since like 2019, so it's
Okay.
still
So a
very
few
new.
years. Hmm.
And so every May, girls like audition, they try out, they sign up, they answer the questions, and the stuff that I got this year from girls like, hey, like I've been wanting to model, but I've always got rejected, so I really want this to be like a standing point for me.
Hmm.
And I love that. I love that they can get that from Inspiring Models because it means
Right.
that
That's what it's in the name.
it means what I'm doing it right.
You're doing it right.
And
Yeah.
it's just it inspires me so much. Like literally I was like, y'all just
Yeah.
don't know. Like I tell models all the time, like y'all, I love y'all. Like y'all just really don't know. And then to have them be so motivated to do it,
Yeah.
because one, I don't pay them.
Right. Right.
This is like a non-profit company
Hmm.
growing up uprising program. I don't
Hmm.
pay them so for them to be like, you know what, like yes, I got you, let's do it. I'm like, hey, who wants to do this photo shoot? Me, I want to do it. And then
Awesome.
the sisterhood behind the program, like if
Absolutely.
anybody ever, hey, I need a ride, can somebody pick me up? It's never like, oh well, how far do you stay, or when are you going to be ready? It's, I got you.
Awesome. So these girls that you did mention auditions. So they don't know. Some may know each other, maybe
Mm-mm.
through different organizations or whatever, but most of these girls don't know each
They
other.
don't know each other at all.
Awesome. That's a good way to form a culture of positivity with young women, rather than I rather you model this way than model another way.
Yes.
I not to shame anything, because however people get their hustle is how they do their hustle. But it's just amazing that you use that creative side and that inspiring side of you to pull that out of other people.
Yes.
So that's really amazing. So with your photo shoot, typically how long does your shoots last?
So
When
as
you
far as like on the money side with just Imari taking pictures for people that book, then it'll be like an hour or two, or depending, or even 30 minutes. Like I have with me doing photography, I like to be affordable
Yeah.
so that because I just feel like I get more out when I can help or even please like my people.
Yeah.
Because I don't as much as one day we will touch
On going up there,
going up
climb that
there.
ladder. But it's what you push out there. It's
Yeah.
what is your product, and people want to see it. They like it. And what people don't know is that you did my photo shoot, and although you talk about what you do to other people, and I did mention that even for me, how you have inspired me to continue to do it. Just doing the photo shoot with you was hilarious, because I was like, so what I need to do? Do I need to have music? You don't really need music. Just do you.
Just
Be
do
you. I just want you to be the natural side of you behind this camera.
That's what I tell
And
everybody. Just
and
be you.
it was a really fun photo shoot, and the inspiration that came behind it. And for the young ladies that's out there, even older women, you'd be surprised just because we are older,
Mm-hmm.
there's that little girl that's still there.
That wants to shine. That wants to shine.
That And it's not just so much to shine, but to feel like she's beautiful. I don't care how pretty that makeup is, there is something behind that makeup. Yeah, you see the confidence, you see the makeup, but they don't know that little girl that was insecure at some point, that's scared or afraid to really step out there. So I appreciate the fact that you are like, hey, I want you to come. You can come barefaced. You mentioned one of your models come barefaced. Do you do airbrush? What do you do to your photos? I know they got the Photoshop and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Or are you just like, no, this is just how it is, it's natural?
So most of the time, I use airbrush most of the time, but it's not. I don't make it too heavy. And depending on what photo shoot I am doing, like normally if people paying for their pictures, they're like, "Hey, I want you to cover this up." I'm like, "Okay, cool, I can do that for you."
Cover like blemishes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
like
Mhm.
just are probably like acne or like really bad acne that people are just like, I don't really want that showing. Then I can do that for them. But as far as like changing like your body type or anything like that, I don't do that
Awesome.
because me doing that is I'm basically going against my whole purpose of inspiring models.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't really do that. But normally it depends on certain photo shoots. If girls want it covered up, I'll do it for them. But if there's like a meaning behind that photo shoot, and I'm like, no, I
That-
need that scar that you're so insecure about. I need that to show
yeah.
because there's going to be a definition behind this photo
That
shoot
makes
for
great,
you.
yeah, that makes great photography. And it
Mhm.
does, and it tells that story. And the one thing you don't want to do, a picture says 1,000 words. It really
Very,
does.
very.
But it's amazing because it's interpreted from different people different ways.
Mhm.
So one person may see a photo and go, wow, that's cute.
Right.
That's cute. Okay. But then you have someone else, and it's a you have a message in it without words.
Mhm.
And to see this scar going across this girl's face, well, they don't thinking it may be for a campaign or an ad, and this is naturally her. There is one model that you have, and I didn't get a chance to get the picture up. She's black
Yes.
model, and has her eyes green or
Her eyes are
blue?
blue.
Blue. Okay. You could. I'm like,
My
what
comfort.
black person do you know
My beautiful
got
comfort.
blue eyes? I have never seen it before, ever. And I'm digging and asking questions. Her going, okay, who's your people? Where you from? And she, I'm this me. So it's just amazing to see that. And most people think that, oh, you must have did something with her eyes, or maybe she
Mhm.
wearing contacts, but this is naturally who she
That is
is.
her.
And even with you doing that, you're able to see everyone's imperfections. And I think you did tell me, she mentioned one time that she would wear contacts that were
Mhm.
her eye color to cover up her eyes. And I'm like,
Yes.
that's you. So inspiring model has helped her come out of that as well.
Big. I honestly, comfort is probably like the one of my just my go-to model in general because
And what's her name?
comfort.
Her name is
Her
Comfort.
name is Comfort.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
I told her myself, I said, your name has a big, like, not only, of course, it has a definition behind it, but it has a definition for you. Because
Absolutely.
because she's from Nigeria. So
Okay.
when she first got here, she was kind of just, off to herself and everything like that. And I always notice when people are off to themselves or
Mhm.
like they just don't know how to break out their shell. And so, I started talking to her. I think we
Oh.
had a class together, I think our sophomore year and our
Mhm.
junior year.
Okay.
And I was just talking to her and I was just asking her, like, how's life and like how does this how does this feel, transitioning over to here. And she was just talking to me about it. And I told her, it's like, well, what do you want to do, like what do you want to do in life? And she was like, well, she's always wanted to get into acting. And
Mhm.
but she never really has like headshots or anything like that. So I said, okay, well, I have, if you ever have time, we can work on
There
something.
you go.
And so we worked on it, and I could tell how shy she was. So I said, you know what, Comfort, I think you should join Inspiring Models. And she was like, what's that about? And I told her what it was about, and she was like, I don't know, because I just don't
Yeah.
think I would really, like fit in. I was like,
Mhm.
no, Comfort, like try it, like seriously try it. And so she auditioned the first year, and as the photo shoots went on, she started like slowly
Getting
started
better.
getting
Yeah.
better.
It's
She was like,
comfortable.
okay.
Yeah.
And this year, like when I say she's blossomed, it's gotten to the point to where I don't even have to tell her how to pose anymore. Like she just goes with it. And
Yeah.
like we went to this photo shoot one time for one of my friend's moms, her hair products. And my photographer, my personal photographer, his name is Marcus. He's
Okay.
amazing too. And he was like, she's one of your models, isn't she? I said, yeah, how can you tell? He's like, I can just tell. She just has like you going on right now. And I said, yeah,
You done
that's
branded yourself now.
yeah. She just has you going on right now. And I said, yeah, that's my model. In Comfort, she's so sweet and she's just so like energetic.
Yeah.
And I love that about her. I love that she just embraced herself and now she's just shining.
It's that you adapt to your surroundings and
Hmm.
the people that you do and how you do it. So that's really amazing and awesome that you have those just people of different age groups. So you don't just do models of your age, you also do children. Tell me a little bit more about your audience.
Yes. So next year we will be going for children. We will be going for men because I even recently had guys.
I was just gonna say, was it all
No,
girls or it's got some boys
I
in there too, some
recently,
testosterone.
I recently had like three guys hit me up. They were like, "Hey, like, do you take pictures of men?" And I said, "Yeah, I do, but not too many guys take pictures. So that's why you just see
Really?
not too many guys take pictures."
Well, you know what? That's true because I do see mostly a lot of women.
Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
like, no, like next year audition, I'm gonna have a group for guys. And it was like, cool. So and then coming down to like the children, I was like, you know what? There are a lot of people that want to get their kids into modeling, but they like, they just don't know where to start or don't have the pictures for it.
Mhm.
So I was like, you know what? We're gonna make Inspiring Kitties. So the kids they can start off branching, they can get used to the camera. So when
Yes.
they do get to that age, or if they're like really young, they can just
Mhm.
already your child won't act a fool when you take them to that first professional
Because
photo
they're
shoot
not scared. Like, what is all this? It's camera and the lights and
and
what you want me to do?
everything's
Yeah.
just flashing.
Yeah. They're trying to catch the light.
Yes.
So-
So I was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, let's start this. Let's start this. And my family's like full of little kids. So I used them to advertise it for next year, so people can know
yeah.
like, okay, she does
She
kids for
does for
pictures
children.
too.
Mhm.
So it's not just certain ages. Like, no, it's not just for my group. Most of it is my group because they just love taking pictures. They love a good photo shoot. But I've done like a majority of bit of everything, and I like it. I like that I can branch myself out like that, just sharing it piece
And
by
just piece by
piece
piece
with
to everybody.
everybody.
Mhm. And different things and events and so forth.
Yes.
So you just your brand pretty much expanded,
Mhm.
sorry, from models to just any and
Just any
everything.
and everything.
So are you that type of person that just takes your camera everywhere you go?
I am. My
You
camera's actually in my bag in the car right now.
you just, oh wait a minute, I could take a picture of that driving down the highway. Like, wait, hold up, I got a picture for that.
I
You know.
literally and downtown Dallas is probably like my favorite area. I probably go there like once a Saturday, like every month.
Hmm.
And I'm just bragging my camera, dragging it along. If I see somebody and I think it's really cute, hey y'all, can I get some pictures of y'all real quick? I'm a photographer, inspiring models, and I'll tell them about it. It was like, what? Like, you know what? I think I want to audition for next year. I was like, yeah, go ahead.
Why
so
not?
I get their pictures and I'll send it to them later on that day, and they're just in love with it. Like, I think I stopped two best friends last weekend. They were like, I like those. Can you send me those? They're like, do I gotta pay? I said, no, you don't have to pay anything. I will gladly send them to you. Like,
Absolutely.
because
Awesome.
more so, I don't really like. Oh yeah, well, to get these pictures, you gotta pay this. Like, no, I stopped you. Like,
Yeah.
this is for me, and it could be also for you. Because
Yeah.
I remember I stopped this one girl about like a few months ago, and she was just telling me how much she really needed that photo shoot. And she
Hmm.
was like, I just wasn't like, I wasn't feeling myself today, and I just had a terrible day. So I really do
Yeah.
appreciate, like, you don't know how much this 10-minute photo shoot just brightened my day. And I was like, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that embraced you to just get that
Yes.
happy day back.
Yeah. So tell me, what are your, growing up, you know, in this, you have a lot of competition out there. But the one thing I always say, you're not trying to be the next great of anything. You're
Hmm.
just trying to be the best of you, right?
Hmm.
So in this industry, you did mention that you have your own personal photographer, and I'm sure this person probably have a little more miles on you.
Woo.
So how, what is the in this do you face any bullying in the industry as far as that type of, your industry? And what I
Hmm.
mean by that is it's a little outside of the competition. You're
Hmm.
younger in this, you're fairly new, and then you have someone who's a little bit more seasoned,
Yeah.
and they try to, you know, talk to me a little bit about that. Have you experienced any of that?
So yes, I have, and I can. It's honestly, it's also like with other photographers, and it's also with myself too. Because when I
Okay.
first started photography, I was like, I looked at people's pictures, I'm like, dang, like that looks really good. Like that looks like something you would catch in like a magazine. Like that
Mm-hmm.
looks billboard material.
Uh-huh.
And at first I kind of belittled myself, but then I had to remember, like, Amar, you just started. Like this is something new. You have to craft yourself just like they had to craft themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone takes their own steps.
Yeah.
So with that, it was a mental thing at first, but then I quickly got rid of that because I was like, no, you know what? Because there's always something unique about that other photographer.
Yeah.
And then but with a few other photographers, some people are like self-titled about their art, and
Yeah.
it's like me getting into photography, I kind of asked around sometimes with photographers, and you always have at least a few people that's like, well, no, I can't give you that tip because, like, well, all right, that's you're trying to steal
Wow.
my stuff, like you're trying to copy me. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I just need a little help to get started. That's
Right.
all.
Yeah, you're new at it,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's why I always adored my photographer because he was the one that actually kind of motivated me to start photography. I was
Hmm.
like, the way he captures your image, he also tells a story behind his pictures. So, and he's the sweetest photographer. I mean, I asked him for anything and he's just like, I got you.
Yeah.
And he's so international. Like, I mean, I told him, I said, I'm trying to get like
Yeah, I'm
you.
trying to be.
He's taking pictures for like Miss America, all that good stuff.
Mhm.
And so, but anytime he's just so sweet. Like anytime he sees me, he'll just be like, "Oh, let me
And then you
bow
bow
for the
down to you,
queen." I was like, "No,
yeah.
that's you."
Yeah.
So he was the one that really just helped me and like guided me.
Yeah, everyone needs a
And
mentor. I mean, it's in anything that you do. It's a great mentor, and having that person that that's been doing it for a while, and being
right,
able to pull from them. They're like, I ain't being stingy. Shoot, there's plenty of room up here. I need to
yeah,
get her out there. Like she's I see something in her that I don't think she's tapped into yet. She
right,
don't realize just how good she really is. And it's like that insecurity that you had when you first started,
yeah,
or even with your own self. Like you said, at some point I just gave up. I didn't like myself, or things that you were battling with. And he saw that in you being this new up and coming photographer. It's like, no, I
Yeah.
need you. Yeah, I can use you somewhere,
Yeah, because he most definitely told me that too. He said, "You know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and give you tips, because when I don't want to go, you can go." I said,
Right, right,
I said,
right, that
okay.
part.
I said, okay, okay. I said, I'll take that. I'll take that. But I did have a moment with one photographer where because sometimes I'll do collabs with photographers. There are a lot of photographers in Dallas,
Oh yes,
and
a
a lot
lot
of
of them.
photographers in
Yeah,
Dallas. Some of
that's why
them
I was
are
asking you about competition, because it's woo.
some of them are really sweet and really nice. Like we'll be like, hey, that photo, you mind if I steal that idea? Like that's a nice idea. I was like, yeah, as long as I can steal that idea you did earlier. And I'm like, okay, cool, we can swap. We can
What?
swap.
Right, let me change it up a little bit. Yeah.
And so like I had this moment with one photographer, because I asked them about a collab, because it was something that they did, and I loved it, and I was like, my models could kill that, like,
Mm-hmm.
but you can do the pictures, since it was your craft, that was
Mm-hmm.
your brain. But I know my models would have killed that, and their response was, he literally texted me and said, yeah, no, I don't think that'll work, because we're not on the same level.
Oh wow, wow, really?
Yes, I said, oh.
So what did he mean by level? Did he go
And
into?
that's why I asked. I said, well, I said, level. What do you mean? He says, I just don't think your pictures are good enough, and I just don't think. I think just your whole idea is just kind of dumb. And I was like, oh. I said, okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up. Now I know I don't
Ouch.
need to work with you. But it was, and for a moment, I was like, dumb. Like my dear. And for a moment, I was locked in my head for a minute, and then God being God, one of my models just happened to text me, and she was like, "Look, girl, you are amazing." She didn't even know
Did she,
what she didn't even know what
I was
what
just gonna ask if
happened.
she know about.
Like she
Yeah.
didn't know what happened. She's like, "Girl, you are amazing. Thank you for doing this. Like you really do empower all of us, and we just want you to know, like we love you."
Oh,
And I
awesome.
was just
Yeah.
like, you know what? That is what I do it for.
Yeah.
So and I still did the idea, and I think somebody shared it to him, and then it also got into this magazine from, I think it was Austin. It was a
Mm-hmm.
magazine from Austin.
Mm-hmm.
It got in there, and then he texts me probably like 2 days after that, because I posted on my story about it, and I kept posting it. And then he texted me. He was like, "Hey, do you want to work on another collab?"
Wow. So this is the guy that told you wasn't on his level.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I said, no, no, no. I'm cool. Now you are not on my level.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh
I was
wait,
like,
is that throwing
I had to throw that back in his face. I had
shade?
to,
Wow.
because I
Wow.
asked him. I said, and normally I'm so humble, but with him, I just had to do that. I was like, I just had to. I said, you know what? No, I need a win from this. I said, have your pictures gotten to
Now that was being
magazine?
petty.
He said,
It was
no.
being petty.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit.
But I mean, but it's good though. I mean, because you're gonna get those no's, and I think we talk often about
Mm-hmm.
when you starting something new, you have a lot of competition. You know your
Yes.
audience as well, but stay true to who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Stay true to who you are. Don't try to alter anything to fit or to be on a platform, because when you do that, you got to keep up with that. You know, and what I admire the most is that you soak it all in, you take it all in, and you don't half step. I mean, like you take it all
I take
in
it all.
and
I'm
you just
observing.
run with it. And just over the few years that I've had an opportunity to watch your growth and your maturity, I'm like, wow, this girl is going somewhere. And I said, what other person that I would ask to do something like this? Because I know what you bring. I can, easy shell out good grand for photos, but I'm like, start at home,
Mm-hmm.
because you have so much to offer. And in a moment, I'll let people see or share with folks how they can reach you or contact you, and just go out on your website. It's wow. Your pictures are, they do say 1,000 words. Every shot, every person or individual group,
Yes.
even down to the animals. I'm like, how,
Yes,
hold
yes,
the
that is one thing that I honestly say I know what's different about my pictures. I'm very creative with it.
hmm
Like I don't see too many people that risk their life to take a picture with a tiger. I don't see too many people that risk that.
Unless they posing real quick for something.
Yeah.
This is just for this quick ad. Hurry up quickly.
Yeah, no, I spent like I think I was with that tiger for about two hours. Like
Wow.
I was really trying to get a shot with him. He was jumping on me and everything. And I was just like,
Hmm.
you know what, it's cool. Like, do you want me to calm him down? Like, no, he's good. He's good. You know, this
Yeah.
is his habitat. I'm working with his habitat. And
Yeah.
so it's just I love being creative. Even with my moms, they'd be like, what? I'd be like, trust the process.
Right. You
Like
want me to
trust.
what a animal? What you want me to do with this? I'm scared of dogs. You want me to do what? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, like our recent photo shoot, we did like a newspaper with roses. I was like, I said, anybody have extra newspapers? They was like, newspapers,
Right.
Mari, newspapers. I said, it's for a photo shoot. We're taking pictures with newspapers.
Hey,
I
why
said,
not?
yes, 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 we are. And when they see it, they'll be like,
I would have never thought of that.
I was
Like
like,
a
wow,
newspaper and roses, like the rose, the
the
flower.
rose. I was like,
Awesome.
wow. Like even with we did a photo shoot with a bunch of jeans
Like
and
blue jeans, like clothing. Hmm.
blue jeans jacket, blue jean pants, all that. And I just see like with me right now, I don't have a studio. So, but luckily I have grandparents that are always blessing me. And they're like, you know what, we don't have that many kids that go to church anymore. And we got that room back there that's just sitting there,
Wow.
just sitting there collecting dust. So it's like we're gonna clean it out and you can use it for you can use it for your pictures
Awesome.
until you get your studio in hand. And I was like, well, thank you. Like literally screaming inside. I was like, thank you. Cause now I do have a spot, and that money that I was putting into like other places, I can keep that money now.
Investing in
So
yourself. Yeah.
investing it. So I really do appreciate that. Cause even if it's like it's not big, but it's enough for me.
For
And
now.
it's enough for my models. Like we enjoy it, they love it, because they know, like, okay, we're going to this room. I already know I'm finna walk in
Going
and
to
see
the
some
showroom.
chaos.
Right.
Chaos.
It's that imperfectly perfect perfection there is what you got.
Yes.
So that's awesome. So what do you have any regrets about just any regrets just in general as far
Mm,
as your craft and what you do?
well, I wouldn't say no regrets. The only thing that I wish I would have started sooner,
Okay.
because at the time, at like ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, even if it was just a hobby at the time, I felt like if I would have started sooner, I would have helped so much more like girls at the time, especially the girls around my age, because that was around the age where we were really all just trying to find ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
felt like if there was just that one person that just had the meaning of inspiring models for that time, I feel like if we would have just been like such powerful young girls.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing I do regret. It's like I wish I would have started sooner. But other than that, everything has just really been flowing. And like I said, that's just honestly God. Because I didn't even know I was gonna be a photographer. I was like, I'm gonna be a dancer my whole entire life. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. I'm just gonna dance my whole entire life. I'm gonna get a dance studio. That was the goal at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a dance studio. I wanted to teach dance, which I still trying to piggyback into slowly,
Mm-hmm.
slowly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only thing I regret is just not starting sooner. That's the only thing I regret.
Well, it's right on time. I think things happen, we can plan all day long in our head, and that's good because you have something in motion.
Hmm.
But when you really look up, you don't realize how much time has passed in preparation to get to where you are.
Yes.
So I think that it's really good that your regret is not, ugh, I just hate my life,
Yeah. Yeah.
like so that's pretty good. You right on time then at this point. If you could change anything of where you are right now and in your business and what you do. Well, before I ask that question, what other types of do you work as well outside of this, or do you have other things that you do?
I do work. I do work. I work at a daycare in Arlington. It's a lovely daycare. I love the kids. One thing I always find myself just coming back to kids. So I was like, you know what? That's why I really want to start the whole inspiring kitties. I just always find myself coming back to kids.
Mhm.
And even with my daycare kids, I even like talk to them about certain things. So like I'm like, okay, I know you guys are young, but what do you want to do when you get older?
Now,
Like
now,
what do
Mar,
you want to be?
real talk. You bring that camera with you, don't
I
you?
do.
No,
I do.
you
I'm
constantly
literally
snapping pictures.
I'm literally talking my boss into letting me do pictures for the fall. So
It's-
she was
yeah,
like, you know what? Why not? It's like you already, because she already know I got like a whole roll set of backdrops in my classroom. So
yeah.
my kids love taking pictures. We were like, you guys want to take pictures today? They're like, yeah. I'm like,
So
that's what
you
I
already
thought.
doing it. It's like, look, boss, look. I just gotta let me just get this right quick. It's just got that itch.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just yes. My camera lives with me. If that was my phone, my camera would be my phone.
Oh wow, girl. I don't see. I can't say I don't see how you do it because when you really love something, it's second nature to you. You just do
Mhm.
it. You know, you can't live without your camera like we can't live without our phones. My goodness, if that phone goes, I have lost all of my mind. I don't know how we, how back in the day. Okay, so I'm gonna say back in the day.
Mhm.
We used to have the Rolodex, or we had to write the phone number down, our little phone books and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Did you were
I
you
know
are
what
you
phone.
too
I know
young?
what a
You
phone book
you
is.
okay? I was like, is you too young?
Yeah, I know what a phone book
Girl,
is.
listen. Now, I don't even remember numbers anymore. I barely remember my mother's number. I like seriously because of that. And
Mhm.
without having it, it's like you're lost.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how you feel about your camera.
I like literally one day I was driving and I saw something so cute. I pulled over and I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. I reached in my back seat and realized I didn't have my camera. I almost cried. I was like,
That's horrible.
oh my
That's
gosh.
savage.
And I just knew, and then I knew I said it's gonna be gone when I try to come back. Like
Just
it was a
savage.
once in a lifetime shot and I
So
missed
from
it.
that point on, you just leave
I
your camera
My
with you at
camera
all
stays in
times.
my car.
Oh my good gracious. Well, I would love to definitely push you out there and allow people to peek inside of inspiring models. So how can people reach you? How can they reach you?
So you can reach me either on Instagram, inspiring.models,
Mm-hmm.
or you can hit me up on Facebook, Imari Hicks, or even my website, Imari, it's like wixsite.com/inspiring models.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the main three things that I normally be on. And you'll see, especially with Instagram, you'll see all of just inspiring models. Like, and you can literally tell who my inspiring models are because
Mm-hmm.
that's all they are. It's just their faces. That's all you see. It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah, that's most definitely okay. I see comfort.
You see
I
come.
see comfort. Like that's all you'll see, and then you'll also see my clients. And I
Mhm.
love my clients too, because even when my girls that do birthday pictures and they
Mhm.
want to do, well, I want to do the numbers with the backdrop. I'm like, no, no,
Yeah,
no, that's done too many times.
yeah, that's fad. That's like
Mm-mm.
what they call it. It's the norm.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
norm. And I said, y'all know me. I'm extra. Like even I'm an extra person. So my pictures have to be extra. I said, do you trust me? They'd be like, yeah, I trust you. I'm like,
Yeah.
good. That's all I need to know. Don't ask me questions no more. You trust me. You signed it off. So
Yeah.
whatever you come into, that's what you come into. Don't be surprised. And they eventually they really do love it. Like they enjoy it. The photo shoots are always nice and I make people feel comfortable. Like, and then you'll be so surprised how many people be like, "Well, I'm not really photogenic, or can you
Hmm.
teach me like what poses do you want me to do?" And then as soon as they get comfortable, they're posing like they're just models. I'm
Like
like,
they've been
see,
doing it for a while.
I'm like,
It's
see,
just that comfort I think that you bring with it. And again, it does go with who's behind the camera.
mm-hmm.
I think that the need for a person to really come out of that shell per se is from the comfort of what's behind the camera.
Yes,
How do you make me feel? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's really about. When you meet people coming and going, no matter what platform you're on, is man, when I left that conversation, I like the way this person made me feel.
yes,
It's not about a look, but it's how you made me feel. And I can actually go out here and I feel like I can conquer the world.
Yeah.
Man, this person inspired me to want to be great or greater at what I do, and not, you know, just, oh yeah, I just met this person. It seems cool. It's good for the moment. It's just short lived and it's gone. It's
Right.
like I'll think about it later on down the line. It's like, oh yeah, I remember I talked to this girl and she does it. I wonder where her stuff is at. You know, that
Right.
kind of stuff. But it's really truly is leaving that impact and that mark on other people. So a lot behind the name inspiring
A
models.
lot.
So and just the person, you know, with that as well. So I wanted to get, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. And this segment I like to call it pass the mic.
Hmm.
And with pass the mic is basically talking about, it's a question that I'm gonna ask you.
Oh,
And I just
geez.
want your honest opinion. It's a random topic, so we just, I like to throw stuff out there. You know, you being young and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
and what you do. And I'm sure your mom is not on your platform of where you are. So I just or your parents rather. So just if you could trade places with your parents, your mom or dad, either one or both, however it goes, what would you do differently?
Um, as far as like my mom, um, be more open minded. Cause
Hmm.
it was like she already set that stone. Like, okay, I have a daughter. I want her to be exactly like me. You know.
Mm.
And honestly, she got the energetic part. She got
She got one part right.
she got that part. Like I can honestly say I'm very energetic. Like she is. Like she got that part.
Got that energy.
But it
Hmm.
was just I feel like, and then especially with me being a dancer, I always had like that second doubt that I was like so behind because I
Hmm.
started when I was 11, and normally with dancing, you're supposed to start like 3, 4, or 5.
Well, who says you're supposed to?
I just feel like that's
Mm.
just the best way to go,
Okay. Okay.
especially just especially when it comes down to technique. Because the girls that just train at that age, it's just their technique is more just flawless. And but of course, you can't compare yourself to everyone.
Exactly, because that's where
Of
the self
course.
doubts come from. Because you may think that at this age, even at the age that you started at
Hmm.
11, you may think that, oh man, I should have started this at 3 or 4. And but someone else look at it and go, wow, wow, you've been doing this for a long time, huh? Since you were pilot, came out the womb. You know, mom can validate. Yeah, I just never put it in it
Yeah.
until now. You know, so but outside of that, you know, starting at 3 or 4, here you are at 11 with the dancing part.
Hmm.
Anything? What else about mom that you think that you would do different if you were mom, to encourage
Mm,
these young babies out here that's trying to do what you do at whatever age they're in? Because I got a story
um,
behind mine. Lord help us.
jeez. Let me. Okay, you know what? Let me move to dad because
Dad, okay,
because
we yeah we do.
mom, honestly, mom, she's been so like supportive since
Day
whatever
one,
whatever I wanted
yeah.
to do. She's like, okay, let's do it. So
Mom is like
let
that
me.
machine, and I think that's true in everything. Because I'm the same way. You got an idea? Oh, you want to do that? Okay, let's go. Do it. Do it.
Yes,
Do
like
it. Do it.
she just jumped for it. Like
But I
no idea
still
is a
have
bad
that
idea.
mama manager episode where
Hmm.
I'm like, well, I don't think you need to do it. It ain't gonna look right. You can't do this and you can't do that. See, that's where we gotta
Hmm.
flip the script and listen to our churn. Okay, there go my word, my churn. I gotta listen to them churn. So what about that?
Oh girl, dad. Oh, I love that man to death. I really do. I really do. So like with him, because like I think it's been about I want to say 4 years going. I want to say 4 years. Like I found out that he wasn't my biological dad.
Okay.
So with that being a thing, but it was like okay, but he's been here my whole entire life, so
Oh, that's that.
he's my
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
But with him, my dad's very childish. He still is
Oh
childish.
Lord.
He's 40. He's 40. He's still very childish. It's just he has his moments.
Mm,
And I think with him, it was just if I was to be him, if I was to just switch places with him, I would just show a little bit more encouragement
mhm,
because especially with me, I was the only girl. And I wasn't
Oh
just
yeah, you have your brothers.
I wasn't
Yeah.
just the only girl with my brothers. I was like the only girl on his side of family. It's nothing but boys.
Wow,
It's
really?
nothing but boys. Like
Wow.
my uncle, one of his younger brothers alone has like 5 boys.
Ooh,
So
five.
5 boys.
That's the five heartbeats right there.
So so like being the only girl, and I didn't recently get like a girl cousin until like probably like 3 years ago.
Oh wow. Oh wow. You got some
So
years.
yeah,
You
like I
don't know how to act.
got her. She popped up 3 years ago. So it was like, okay, y'all would have given me a girl cousin now. Okay.
Mhm.
So but just being the only girl, I felt like I didn't really have that encouragement. He probably just felt like he didn't really know how to show it. But me, I would have just been there a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And just like I know, like, yeah, I don't really do dancing. I don't know nothing about dancing. But let me be there and like yell in the crowd, scream for my daughter, do all the extra stuff that mom did.
Yeah.
Because it would have been nice to hear dad voice a few times going like, yeah, that's my girl. It's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just really just the encouragement and being patient.
Yeah, I think that's in every man. Not all men have that level of patience. And then you have to look at it too. Most men, it's a male thing. So they see a lot of themselves in their boys. And so it's that toughness, I think, that comes with that. Like a man, it's just branded in them. Just like us, we're natural nurturers. Moms
Yeah.
are late women in general. We just have that extra that mama side, I'm gonna chastise you and then I'm gonna love on you right after that. That's just us. We're that nurture, that natural nurturer thing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to um on the just on the natural side of that is just to continue to encourage. I love the fact that the parents are that you would trade place with your parents on each side, and I think that question or answer would be different regard to whoever it is, because some people's like, oh, what I do different, and they just go in. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, we wasn't trying to do that. So on the spot, I have the hot on the spot. I'm sorry. Um, there's a couple of questions that I would like to ask. You know, just on the spot at random. You are young, 20 years old. Are you dating?
No.
You're not dating.
No.
Why not?
Because okay, so I tried to date, or I tried to get back into dating.
I mean, and there's no pressure.
No,
Because
no. Look, it's just look. Guys are just weird. Like my age, guys are they just not mature.
at 20,
They're not mature.
well, I can see that because
they have like I'm still
you got
16.
some 40 that's not mature. I'm just gonna be real. That's in their 40s and 50s is
And
not mature. So
like I'm a busy person. But if we're talking, I'll make time for you. Like I make time for people. But I'm also a busy person because I'm trying to get stuff done. Like I have goals that I'm trying to reach. And with that being kind of like my priority, and it's like, oh well, like you're too busy for me, or you're just all over the place. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry.
well, I mean, don't be you don't have to apologize because that's a part of who you are. So it's safe to say that, hey, right now I'm dating my career, like my goals, my ambitions, and that kind of stuff. So you don't have any children or anything like that. No kids. You bet not.
No.
So here's just out of the blue. What color looks best on you and why? You think? Well, why? What color? What's your color?
My color is pink.
Pink.
My color is pink.
Why pink?
See, with pink, I feel like because like I said, me just being the only girl, I just sheltered myself in pink because it was just I was a real girly girl, and I loved Barbies.
That's
I
that
loved
bougie.
Bratz. I love the Barbies. I love
that's
the
that
Bratz.
bougie. Ew, this is so cute. It's got to be pink and soft and pastelish. Yeah, that's me.
Pink was just pink just made me feel, honestly, because I feel like pink can be soft, but it also be very like powering, and that's how I wore my pink. Like my pink just kind of it just showed, and I wore pink so much to where it was like you're gonna notice me. That's like
Oh, so you just pink, pink.
you were gonna
Any
notice me.
type of pink, shade of pink, like
Either
fuchsia, dark pink,
it was gonna be hot pink, or it was gonna be just like a real like a peachy, like that peachy pink.
just flamboyant,
It was
just
gonna
pink.
be just gonna be either one of
Mm.
those. More than likely hot pink, because you gonna notice hot pink. I remember I had like a whole tutu little outfit on. Like you gonna notice my hot pink.
So, are you a morning person or a night person? How do you flirt? What time do you flourish?
Jeez, I'm a morning person. I'm a
Yeah.
morning person because
Really? Well, okay. What time do you go to bed?
I go to bed probably like around 12.
That's still morning. That ain't no nighttime. That's
I'm a morning.
morning.
I'm a morning person. Like, because when I wake up, I just know, okay, I gotta get some stuff done. Because
Yeah.
I know when I come back from what I'm doing and I'm tired, once I hit that bed, I'm going to sleep.
Right. So
Like,
you're
so
definitely a morning
I'm
person for
definitely
sure.
a morning person. I have to do everything in the morning.
Yeah, I am too. I'm like I can go to bed at you give me few hours, I'm good. So I get up, you know, 3, 4, 5 ish
Right.
in the morning. Sometimes I'm up at 3, and I don't do much, but it's like that's my downtime. That's personal for me. I need that because I know once my feet hit the floor,
Oh, I'm up.
it's a wrap. I got stuff going. It's nonstop until, like you said, when my head hit that pillow. Now there are times that I'm like, nah, I need to cut it off. You got to know when to just cut it off, But that morning, I guess I can equally say I don't go to bed early either. So it's like I'm a morning or early riser and a night crawler. So when people are working even at night or sleeping at night, I get the most stuff done. And I say night meaning it's still early in the morning. So it's like while they doing that, child, look, I done got this. I need to go. I get this and that. So I mean, I that's just what we do. That's just how I do it.
We're working.
But yeah, that's awesome. So I wanted to first, before we get ready to wrap up and close, I wanted to again just let people know how they can reach you. Again, Miss Amari Hicks, welcome to the show, of course, and how they can reach you again. If you don't mind again sharing that with everybody.
Yes. So Instagram is inspiring.models.
Mhm,
Models. And then Facebook is just Imari Hicks. And then
mhm.
my website is imarihicks.wixsite.com/inspiring models.
Yes, awesome, awesome. So before we close, I wanted to bring awareness that October is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month for 2022 as well. We fight eat shoot. I done lost my train of thought, y'all. So we fight each round and take it on the chin and never, never, never give in. That's by Olivia Newton-John. So this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well as Domestic Violence Month. A lot of people don't know that, but it is these two go hand in hand. Definitely with breast cancer, please make sure that you get yourself checked. Ladies, please, men as well, that knot that you feel on your neck or behind your ear, or you may have this annoying something, on your eye that you just think it's a sty, a little sty you get on your eye. It could be something more than that. Please get yourself checked, especially with breast cancer as well. That is on a rise. Please make sure that you go get checked. As far as domestic violence, please help save a life. If you know of anyone that's in a domestic situation, please, please encourage them to get help. You can contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233, or you can send a text anonymous as well. And you'll text to 88788. So please, please help save a life on both sides of that, whether it be with the breast cancer or also um, domestic violence. So thank you guys so much for joining us here again on Ball Talk with Kim, your host, smoothing out the truth. See you next time.